Hey, what's up, dudes? It's Evan with Appalachian Adventures. We're out here in the Martha Sundquist State Park camp areas. There's a couple campsites out here. Not as secluded as I would like, but pretty good little spot. Got the river, fire pit, a little bit of a waterfall back there you can walk to. I think I'm gonna set the tent up right there alongside the Jeep there. We're gonna set the diesel heater up. If you didn't see my previous video, complete setup and how to get the diesel heater working with two different power stations. I got my Blue Eddy EB55. We're gonna see if we can camp here in the winter. It's supposed to get about 30 or maybe in the 20s tonight. And I've got a summer tent, so got a couple tarps. I'm gonna put over the top because it's mesh on top, and then the rain fly on top of that. The doors kind of mesh. The rain fly closes in front of the door. See if we can stay warm enough tonight. Stay tuned here. All right, we're gonna set the tent up right here behind me. Ready? There it is, guys. Set up. Let's check it out. As you can see, this is a summer tent. The whole entire top is mesh. So that ain't gonna be cutting it. That won't cut it. When it's 30 or under 30, it's gonna be freezing in there. So I brought a couple tarps. We're gonna see if we can put a tarp on the top and then the rain fly to go over that tarp, because the rain fly comes and zips up to cover the door up, but I also have another smaller tarp to drape over that. We'll see what we do here. There you go. You can see King while I'm doing it. All right, we got some little carabiners and some 550 cord. We're gonna secure it down so it won't fly off. I'm gonna go do the rest and then I'll come back to you. I just anchored it down on the four corners, front and back there. I'm sure some heat can come up out of here a little bit, but still gonna put the rain fly on there. All right, come back when the rain flies on and figure out what we're gonna do. All right, the rain flies on. It covers the screen door up. Got a tarp under the rain fly. I might put a stake down there, but I don't think it's gonna go nowhere. It's not really windy. The rain fly would normally tie to these poles, but since that tarp is there, we can't really do that. So now, I still think heat can come out of the door since it's a screen and a real thin tent. So I might either hang my poncho or another tarp down over the screen door. So here's with the fly door thing rolled up. It's a little bit of extra weight having the tarp on there and the rain fly. Hopefully it'll hold up. You can see the tarp comes up to right up above the door there. So let me figure out what I'm gonna do to cover that screen up a little bit to hold heat in. All right, dudes, looking a little army mode here, but got my poncho tucked up under there. Covers up basically the whole screen, almost. Got the door, can come in and out of. See what it looks like on the inside here. Of course, that zips up all the way. No heat can get out through the mesh, hopefully. I mean, I'm sure it still can, but. Alright guys, we're gonna put the exhaust on the diesel heater. Figure out where we're gonna set it up. Put some fuel in it. If you don't know how to set it up, get it all ready to go, watch my last video. Got links for how to buy it and everything else. So. My dad got one of these too, a different kind, and his instructions said to have this going out this way or down. The Lifestyle Overland, I think, they said they've been running it like this straight up for a long time, no issues. I can bend it. I'll just leave it like that this time and see how it goes. Got some side-by-sides. The fuel level indicator is right there. I thought that was gonna be like empty and full, but there's a crap ton of room left in there. I don't know if you can see it. We'll put some more in it. All right, guys. It's Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. I don't have any service, so the temperature's wrong. I brought some thermometers, but it's gonna get dark here in probably less than an hour. Hopefully the heater is far enough away from the tent. I gotta have this power station in the tent, and that's about as far as the plug-in's gonna go, just barely inside the tent. But I need the exhaust as far away as I can get it, I guess. All right, let's see how we're gonna do this. We got the diesel heater out here, the cord. So I was gonna bring a towel and kind of like wrap around here to zip that up all the way. This thing doesn't really want to stay, so I kind of got it just holding on. King in here. I need to get my cot and everything set up. I got these camping lamp string lights, rechargeable, retractable. There's a light on the top there. It gets a little bit dimmer, flashes. The other light are the little string lights in there that are lit up. It goes about 30 feet. Just pull them out of there. You can roll that back up, roll them all back up into here. So, link in the description from Amazon. I'll show you that here in a little while. There's different settings on that too. We'll show you later. If y'all didn't know, we've had King since I believe 2019. I have it wrote down in my calendar, 2019, February. Feels like it was 2018, but we got him, took him to the vet as soon as we got him. He was like 3 years old maybe already. And he had hookworms and heartworms. Had to get that straightened out. He's had a couple cancer spots to get cut off. He's been a good dog though. Check this out. Four-wheel drive my butt. Come on. You can do it. Look at this dog. He's a good boy. He thinks it's time to eat because I got his bowl out. We're gonna eat a little bit, hang out. It's about 4:45. It's gonna get dark here pretty soon. We'll start to maybe get a fire going, I don't know. But we'll come back later. Get that diesel heater going, see if we can sleep tonight. He's already getting a little bit cold, I think. Let me get the thermometers out and see what the temp is. All right, we're going cheap and easy style. I know the sodium in this crap is ridiculous if you eat the whole thing, but whatever. We don't eat it hardly ever, so. Actually, we never do. We'll get that going here in a little bit. King, you hungry, bud? You hungry? He starts drooling when he knows it's time to eat. It's kind of weird. Uh-oh. Leash pulling on that. Sorry, buddy. What's up, guys? We know some of y'all are kind of into pets, and if you want to follow us with our pets, we got a tortoise, Russian tortoise, crested gecko, a 23-year-old ball python, and a baby ball python, and a couple dogs. We made a new Instagram page and a new YouTube. It's called Reptahan, so go follow us on Instagram and that YouTube page if you want to see some of that stuff. So a little bit different from us, so we appreciate you if you subscribe and follow there. I think King's over there freezing to death already. Let's see. This thing might be out of. There we go. I hope this is good. I hope it don't make me have to go to the bathroom. too bad. Alright, this has been cooking for a couple minutes here. I'm gonna have to eat it right out of this because I didn't bring any bowls or anything. King's over here shivering a little bit. This thing's got down to 46 degrees. It's supposed to get down to 30, maybe a little bit under 30. He's kind of shivering. So I'm gonna eat this. Might go ahead and start the diesel heater up because on low it should run for a long time. So we'll come back to you in a minute. All right, guys. I'm gonna turn the, gotta hold that in. Turn the DC output on. Got the heater plugged up. I'll put the hose outlet out here until it gets going. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here. If I can remember how to do it. Let's see. Okay. This thing's gonna crank up for a few minutes. If you've never seen that, go to my last video. We'll come back to you when this thing's on here. The glow plugs are going. Got some exhaust. It takes a few minutes for this thing to start heating up and pushing some heat out. It's definitely cooling off. 45 now. I got King situated here. Hopefully the ground don't make that too cold for him. I'm gonna put up my cot here. We got this pumped in here. ,130 degrees air coming out right there. It's going up. It's 46 in the tent. We'll see what happens. I'm about to close this. I'm about to close that door from the fly, rain fly, and then zip this up, get us all closed up. See what this thing will do. See if we don't freeze to death. And get that all packed up. Just chill in there tonight because King's freezing. He's not used to being out in the cold, so come back here in a minute. All right, guys, I put my cot up. Got everything zipped up out there. Packed up the truck, which wasn't much to do. This thing's pumping. King's not shivering anymore. It's went from about 45 to 53 in here in about 10-15 minutes. So, see how it does. I'm not gonna leave those Oreos in here all night, just letting you know. I'll come back with you here in a little bit. See how it goes. Right now the diesel heater's on 3, and it goes from like 1.7 all the way up to like 5.4 or something. So it's about halfway up maybe. It's on 3. So it's putting out 10 watts here. All right, guys, the front camera on this phone sucks. Sorry about that. I got the wife's sleeping bag on the cot. I'm gonna sleep on top of that like as a cushion. And then I got my sleeping bag and a fleece blanket. I had to take my hoodie off because it's hot as crap in here. Let me show you. That's not showing up because of the 58 degrees in here. It's getting warmer and warmer. It's pretty warm in here. It actually feels hotter than that. I was starting to get pretty hot with that hoodie on. So I probably have to turn that down. I just got it laying on the ground right now. But we'll figure it out here. It's 6 o'clock. It's getting a little bit darker outside. I was gonna hang out because King was freezing up out there. He's good now though. But we'll come back with you here in a little bit. All right, guys, it's about almost 7 o'clock p.m. That's how hot this is. And it's holding it about 60, 59 degrees at the setting it's at right now on the heater. It's holding it right there in here. It's pretty warm. King's still chilling. All right, guys. I downloaded some Netflix movies to watch with no signal, but I'm gonna do that for a little bit. Catch you back later. We'll check the temperature outside here in a little while, a little later tonight. See what the temperature stays at in here. We'll holler at you. Gotta let King potty. I need to go potty too. It's pitch black. Let me turn my light off on my camera. Let you see the string lights over there. Got the string lights set up so I can see when I need to get up and potty or whatever. Pretty cool. Alright, that thing says 41. It's getting a little bit chilly out here. Your hands will get a little chilly if you're just walking around out here with no gloves or anything. We'll see how it goes. It's been on about 2 hours. This heater's got a hum to it too. I turned it up a couple notches a little bit ago. I'm gonna crank it up some more. It goes up to like 5.7, I think. So let's see what 4 does. Temperature's dropping. It's supposed to get down to about 30, maybe just barely under 30, possibly. But that'll be like at 3 in the morning probably. I actually cranked it up just a tad more with the camera off. So it's at like 4.4 or something like that right now. So it's cranking out 20 watts. Alright guys, it's only 8:30 still. A long night when the sun goes down at friggin' 5 o'clock, but it's almost 63 degrees in here. That's right there. I've got that kind of pointed where it's coming towards King and right here in this area. You can just feel it a little bit right there still. He's not shaking or anything. He's warm down there. It's a little bit warmer. If I put this down there, which I'm gonna do actually. Let's see what it is right here. I'm gonna leave that for a few minutes. See what the temperature is on him. I'll come back to you. Alright, so 10 minutes later. He's pretty toasty down there. And it's kind of still pretty warm right here where my head will be. You can definitely tell it's a little bit chillier down here on this end. But it's not like freezing over there. But it's definitely warmer right here in this area where that thing is shooting heat up to us. To him, all the way up to right here is warm for sure. A little bit cooler down there, but I got a 40-degree sleeping bag and the fleece thing. I got her sleeping bag too if I need to get in both of them, but should be all right. It's only 8:40. It's weird when it gets dark so early. It feels really, really late. But we got the tripod sitting here. I've been setting my phone in there, watching Netflix, just sitting here. We'll go out later, check the temperature outside, and get back with you a little bit later on. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock. It's getting colder out here. Been on for 5.5 hours. The fuel level is down to there. No clue how long it'll last running at this speed. There's where we're at with our power, guys. So it's at least down to 80%. No clue if it's 79 or 61, but that's probably not 61. That's the only gripe I have about this basically is you don't know if it's 80% right now or 61 or anywhere in between because it goes down into 20% increments. Other than that, it's pretty cool. Alright, it's still 58 degrees in here. I'm gonna get in the bed. We'll holler at y'all in the morning. King's still doing good. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I took King out to use the bathroom, turned the heater up. Came back in, pushed the button on the power supply to look to see how much power was left and all that, and how much power it was taking. And I accidentally pushed the button to turn the power off on the power station. So it just killed the heater. You're supposed to hold the off button on the heater and let it do its cool down procedure. So I got the power station back on, and the heater is running, kinda. But I don't think it's gonna start back up to put heat out. So I might be screwed. It's like 35, 32 or something outside. It's like 52 in here. Temp's dropping. And I don't think it's gonna turn back on to pump heat out. It's just like barely running, but we'll see. We'll give it some time here. All right, I heard the heater turn off all the way, so I had to go back out there, turn it back on. And now I think it's working. All right, it's been a few minutes. I think it's working. So that's good. I thought I was gonna have to tear this whole place down and roll out of here at 2:15 in the morning. What's up, King? It's 63 degrees. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. 63 degrees right there. King's up. What's up, dude? Let's see where my battery's at here. So it's either 20% or all the way down to 1%. Now I think when it gets really low, there's a little tiny battery icon that'll pop up. So I don't think it's 10% or below. It took quite a bit of the battery to run that thing on high. It's on high all the way from 2:30 in the morning till 8 in the morning. It's been on high. All right, this thing says it's 37 degrees. I don't know if it's right or wrong. It's probably right. It did get a little bit windy at times last night, so that probably made it feel a little bit colder sometimes. But 37 degrees out here, and it kept King and my upper body 63. Some other parts of the tent were colder in there because it's a big tent. I'll have to put the floor size of the tent up there. It's a pretty big size tent. It's like an 8-person tent, or 6 or something. 6 person maybe. I forgot to say I put fuel in it last night too, at like 2:30 when all that was happening. And the fuel level still good right there. So from 2:30 to 8 in the morning, it was on high, full blown. I don't know where the fuel level goes up to, but still got quite a bit. I get my morning coffee. These things are good. I haven't drank coffee in a long time. I used to drink it a lot. So, I was the guinea pig. Can you go winter camping with a summer tent that's got mesh door opening, mesh top? You can cover that up like I did. Yeah, you can do it. With a diesel heater, it heats up some of the tent pretty good. It's a little bit cooler on that end, like if somebody was right here. They would probably be a little bit colder than me and him right here. So, and the power station, with that on high from 2:30 to 8 in the morning, it's not gonna last you 2 nights in a row. So unless you've got solar power panels, to charge it up that whole entire next day and then camp again the next night. You won't have enough juice to charge your phones and run that diesel heater a whole nother night again. But if you have a rooftop tent, a lot of people have rooftop tents on top of their Jeeps or on the bed, on top of the bed of their trucks and stuff, or on a trailer. Those are a lot thicker material and they seal up a lot better. You can zip up all the windows and everything real good on those. They're a whole lot thicker material. This is just like real super thin. So I've seen a lot of people say they run diesel heaters on low in the wintertime and they get hot with the rooftop tent. And they even have to open a window and let air out because they're too hot sometimes when it's colder than this outside. So rooftop tent's probably better if you're wanting to winter camp. This is what I got right now, so unless somebody wants to let me have a rooftop tent, I'll show it off for you. Do a review, show it in my videos. We might end up with one eventually, but even if we did have a rooftop tent now, they're not as big, so you can only fit 2 people in there, so it'd probably be Paisley and Sarah in there, and I'd still have to have a ground tent anyways, so. And then we got the dogs. There's no way we're gonna have 3 people up there and then throw our dogs up there too in a rooftop tent. They're just not big enough for that. So, I mean, there's people that go winter camping without heaters. You can do it. Just have way better sleeping bag. That was a 40-degree sleeping bag. I wasn't cold or anything last night, but without any heater, I probably would have been. King wouldn't have made it without a heater last night because he's not used to being in the cold anyways. He's a house dog. So, depends on your situation, what you want to do, I guess. But if it gets any colder than this outside, I probably wouldn't do it in this tent. Which I thought it was going to be 30 or maybe 29, 28 degrees. But it only says 37, so it probably would have been a little bit chillier if it was almost 10 degrees cooler outside. But King's not shivering, he's chilling. It's pretty much blowing right on him and up to where my head was. You can feel it. You can still feel it even right there. If you put your hand down, you can feel it a little bit. I put the thermometer over there. Of course, I went outside to let him pee and all that, and then come back, and then I went and got this drink and come back again. So every time I unzip that and open it, it lets cold air in. But it said it was 63 right here. It says 56 over there on that side. So it would have been a big difference. I mean, my feet were over there, but if I was, you can fit like 3 people this way and somebody right there and the dogs at the end. Not everybody would have been the same warmth. Check out this new hoodie. We designed it. That's my Gladiator. But whether you have a Gladiator or a Wrangler, this works because it's the same front end, at least on the newer JLs. Check it out. We made a new design. This was our other shirt and hoodie design. Our logo. We had a few people buy that, which is cool. But we figured if we made a new design that's more generic for all Jeepers, kind of. At least if you have a newer looking Jeep like that, that it might be cooler for people to get. And we've had a bunch of people jump on it since we announced it a couple weeks ago. So I appreciate all y'all, definitely. And go to shopoverlandapparel.com for our stuff. Shirts, hoodies, stickers. We got 6 hoodie colors. There's a sky blue too. This is a new color. We got 8 t-shirt colors. But Ozark Overland Adventures is on there. Cottywample Overland is on there. There's like a whole bunch of people on there that have shirts and merchandise too. So go check everybody's out. Check ours out if you want to. Check us out on Patreon. We've got a couple people on there per month. We're gonna flash their names up there. Appreciate y'all a lot. It's crazy that anybody would have signed up, but we're gonna try to do more Patreon only events. There's a couple of people on there for free, but they're not gonna get any of the special like our GPS locations of anywhere we've ever been. But I think that's about it. I'm gonna sit here and drink this for a little bit, get some of this packed up while he's still in here in the heat, and then once it's time for me to take the tent down, I'll just put him in the Jeep and maybe turn it on. It'll take me like 30 minutes to get the tent down and packed up. Then we'll roll up out of here. Until next time, we'll see you later. Appreciate you watching. Click the like button, subscribe, go to our other channel, Reptahan. It's like reptile or Repticon, like the Repticon show, reptile shows that they have, except our last name. Same thing as this. Appalachian with Han, our last name mixed in. Appalachian Han Adventures. The other channel is Reptahan. Go do that. Check our pets out and stuff. We'll see you later. Yo, I forgot to say, you can still go run around camping and stuff when it's like maybe 80, 60, 70 degrees during the day or whatever, and it gets down to 40, 50. I mean, it was 37 last night, so if it dips down into like 50s and 60s where it's a little chilly at night and stuff and the wives get cold, I'd say it'd make it pretty toasty in here if it's only 50 outside and you use that, you know, to crank it up in here to 70 or whatever. Just want to throw that in there. We'll see. Alright, there's the little battery icon, so I'm guessing that comes on at 10% maybe, or 5%. I don't have the instruction book with me. I don't even know if it says it in there, but I'll try to find out before I put this thing up. Maybe tell you on the screen or whatever, but at least it'll give you a warning when it's kind of low. That's the only thing I hate about this. I mean, not hate it, but is it goes from 100 straight to 80, straight to 60, straight to whatever. So you don't know if you're at 99% or 81%, you know, until you get to 80. You're just guessing what it is from 100 down to 80. But at least this, I don't know if it comes on at 5% or 10%, but at least you know. You probably don't have too much more longer if you're running stuff, if that pops up, so.